So y'all want to know what I hate? People who try to bury and diminish and dismiss people and then come back and ask and beg for a reconnection after the disrespect. That's what I can't stand. I hate when people who are so full of judgment, so full of I would never, I can't, couldn't be me. Those people who are so full of self-righteousness, who are so full of sitting on a high horse, who create and diminish and dismiss, and who try to bury the chosen. And then they come back after God is done whooping their ass. Because it's not even karma, it's God's reckoning, giving you spiritual balance. So, story time. I had this girl. She was my dog. You hear me? We ran these streets together in another life. I loved her just like how I loved the rest of my friends. And me and her, again, we was outside. She did music, so I ate for free. I got into clubs and places for free. I met celebrities. I met a lot of people through her. And like I said, that was my dog, bro. That was my right hand. Wherever she was, I was. Wherever I was, she was right behind me. Like, that's how much, like, me and her was in sync with each other, right? And, of course, she got the big head. Of course, she got the, oh, I'm a celebrity. Of course, of course, of course. But she was one of those who were full and sitting on a high horse. She was the one that had so much judgment based off of everything that happened. So during the course of our relationship, not even a relationship because y'all take shit to the other side. During the course of our friendship, like I said, me and her, we ran the world. And during that time, like, I was pregnant and I was homeless and I was broke. I was stressed. Like, nobody talks about, like, how Capricorns, because I'm a Capricorn woman, nobody talks about how you have to go through, like, tough shit first. But nobody really discusses, like, how you have to be resilient of it as well when it comes to being the chosen. Because everybody swears up and down that they're chosen. Everybody swears up and down God called them to do X, Y, and Z. But if God were to put you in the middle of a war, you would fold. A lot of people who are not meant to carry out this task is for a reason. Like, you're the chosen one when it comes to your family and to break certain curses. You're the chosen one when it comes to being the first of everything in your family, and that's okay. However, the hard task is for the rest of us that we did not sign up for. The ones that keep their hands and their soul pure. Because when you do people wrong, it stains the soul. You hear me? It stains it. And it's hard to tell to get that blood off your spirit. So, her and her entourage back in the day, they had so much to say about everything that I was going through because I was stressed. I was stressed beyond measures when I was pregnant. I had gestational diabetes. Me and my child's father at the time, he didn't want me or the baby. And I was okay, well, here I am, you know. And on top of that, I was homeless. I was sleeping out of my car. I talk about it in my book. I go into detail about it in my book because I feel like I needed to write out all of this pain so that way, one, I could process through it, and then two, to show them like this is really how I felt and this is really how you treated me, and karma is about to fuck you up. So like her and her people, her mama and her left hand man, because I was the right hand man, her and her left-hand man had so much to talk about when it came down to my situation. Especially when I found out I was pregnant too. That baby doesn't deserve his last name. That baby is a bastard child. That baby this. That baby that. What you gonna do? You can't stay here no more. You can't do any of that. I don't know what you're gonna do. Figure it out. And then here's the thing that really killed me the most. When it came down to being embarrassed. When I asked this girl, can she help me get a fake review? Because back then I was doing Airbnb. I was trying to figure out another way because working 9 to 5 wasn't it. So this was my first time being an entrepreneur. I mean, hell, you are the only person that is actually doing the very thing that I want to do. So I want to learn from you. I'm not asking you to do the work. I'm asking you for step 1. That's it. I'll figure out the rest of the steps. What do I do? Hold my hand and bring me to step 1. That's all that I asked. You know what her response was? Even after me and her have been friends for 10 years, even after all this shit, I fought bitches for this hoe. You get what I'm saying? I was out here on these streets for this girl. I've done a lot of unthinkable things for her because I'm loyal. I was loyal to her. Again, she was my nigga. So when I asked her if she could do a fake review, I'm not giving no fake review for you. What you mean? It's just so I can get some bookings. That's it. I just want one booking. I'll take everything else. I'll do everything else. I'm not doing that. I'm not helping you do that. What? All I'm asking for is like 10 minutes and 6 words. Like, that's all I need. And push a couple yeses and some no's. That's it. I don't need anything long. I don't need anything exaggerated. I just need this place was the go-to. Affordable. Like, I'm giving you the script for you to sit here and do for the review. I just need you just to do it so I can have some type of playing field with the competition. No. Bet. I ended up getting my Airbnb up. Yep. And it's crazy because at that time I was living at this apartment for 2 whole years and she never even came by. So you know that phrase, like, I'm more of your friend than you are my friend? That shit real. Be careful who you hang around. So fast forward. And then what hurt me the most, she ended up talking about this dude that she fell in love with. And this dude was trying to get himself together with the whole business. And she gave this nigga the whole blueprint. How to get his name registered, how to go to the Secretary of State, how to trademark, how to do all of those things. And you couldn't give me a fake review? Just so me, the motherfucker that you know, can at least have some type of something under her feet. After you already know what I've been through, you can't do me a favor? Me? I was hurt. I was hurt by that shit. And I had cried to God in my soul because I was so hurt. And then when I found out I was pregnant and then she ended up putting me out, like, I understood that situation because she had a roommate, so I get that. However, it's how she did it. So it was like, okay. And then even after, like, when my school money came, because she said, if you either going to pay me in rent or you're going to give me free labor at the shop. I gave her free labor because I don't have the money to give you. At that time, I was in school and my refund check didn't come. But I promised her, as soon as my check, this refund check comes in, you got it. You got it. My refund check was $1,500 and I gave her $9. And then I had a car payment and insurance. And I still had to eat and gas. I was broke in 2 weeks. I was back to going place to place, hotel at the hotel, looking for some type of stability. And one thing that I didn't understand was those who are so full of self-righteousness, eventually they're going to fall to their knees. Fast forward. After my child now is 7 years old, she then calls me and tries to figure out where I'm at. And she calls my mom. Because now, the very story, the very path that you judged, you are now walking through. And now, you are begging me to help you. You're begging me to come through for you when I have begged you for 10 years to come through for me and you never did. You didn't even try, attempted, or nothing. You just wanted me to jump up because you said so. So when I saw her in her face and I saw how God is eating that ass up, it ain't even about karma. It's about God's karma. Fuck just regular universe karma. Nah, I'm talking about God's karma. Because now spiritual balance needs to happen. The reckoning of her own world, in her own words, in her own judgment. And now we see who the real queen is. And she dropped to her knees and begged me to help her. And I just watched her. I just looked at her. And I felt like it was God's way of being like, here's your mirror to like what you healed from. But like at the same time, like don't ever question me again when it come down to like my loyalty of you. Because I understand, you know, that I question God a lot, but it hit different because now he hurt my soul when I cried. And I asked him to take me out of certain situations. Especially that one. Especially with everything that I was going through. And he heard my cry. And me being who I am, you know, it's like now I give you my sword and I surrender at your feet. Now I surrender to God, into spirit, into the universe, because now I know that you got my back. And, you know, I just had to see it because it's different for, you know, little stuff to happen. But it's different for when that spiritual reckoning of somebody else's world and the judgment that has happened to them, it's different for you to see it. God, I surrender. You handling motherfuckers like this for me? I'm hands off. What you need me to do? I mean, of course, me being who I am, and because my spirit got to stay clean, and because, you know, I know now moving forward who got me. Of course, I helped her. But I also told her, like, you'll never see me again. This would be the final time. And she still was like, can you forgive me? And it's like, I already forgave you. Because what am I being mad for? There's nothing else emotionally that I need to stick on up. I need to stick with this situation because God already showed me he is whooping your ass. I've changed. I'm asking for a reconnection. Bitch, you think just because you fell to your knees and you begged me to help you, that means we can reconnect? People kill me. They're so quick to choose other people They're so quick to put other people on their high horse above you. But as soon as their platform and their pride and their ego gets attacked, now they want to beg for reconnection. I just don't get it. Baffles the fuck out of me. Completely confused at this point. Because it's all fun and games until I light that candle and detach. And here we are. So then she tried to find me on social media. And then she found one of my business pages. And she tried to send me a message. And it blocked her. And I already told her I don't want anything to do with you. Because it's just like, I already forgave you. I forgave you because a part of me had to die in order for this light side of me to show up. I forgave you already because I didn't forgive you for you. I forgave you for myself, because if I didn't, I was going to be delayed. Everything was going to delay, not even just blessings, growth within myself was going to delay, because what growth begins in the spirit. Everything about me was going to be on the back burner. And while she over there going through hell and God is whooping her ass, she asked me, she was like, how did you smile through it all? I said, because I already know, as long as my hands and my soul and my spirit is clean and my mind is pure and my energy is stable, I can jump on God's hotline. Bring. What's up? Them. Who? Them. Motherfuckers you looking at? Yes. Bet. Because God karma gonna hit. Every time. So, I say all of that to say, just because you think that those very people that did you wrong, and you're on social media and you see that they're living up everything that you discussed with them, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there. Everything that you discuss with these people is coming. But don't sit around and wait for it. Because I didn't wait for this. This was completely out of the blue. I didn't wait for this, but I continued on, because I'm telling you, when you are the chosen one, you get a different type of protection. Again, I surrender. You moving like this behind me? Hell yeah, I'm surrendering. What you need from me? You need me to do what? Make the video cry a little bit? Here you go. You need me to stop challenging you and pray all the time? You are more than here. You need me to write a script every morning? What you need from me, Spirit? What you need from me, God? Because at this point, baby, fuck off of me. The rest of you hoes. So, those of you that are looking for that karma, and you are the chosen one, as we speak, keep doing what you're doing. Because I'm telling you, God fucking them up. And it's just a matter of time before their own reckoning creates that spiritual balance for you. Because even when you go back and you have this conversation with them, because you have to go back to clear the karma, to clear that karmic loop, to clear that mirror. Again, everybody that you meet is a mirror of where you are, where you've been, and how much you have grown. It's to show you all of that. So when you do go back through this karmic loop again to clear it out, understand that it was supposed to happen. Say what you have to say. Say how they had you fucked up. What did you need from them? Why did you expect more from her? How does this? Because now it's going to shift the way that you view relationships. It's going to shift the way that you choose certain friends. It's going to shift the way you see yourself. Now I can claim the title of me being the chosen one. Now I can claim it. Because beforehand I was like, I don't know. It sounds kind of sketchy. Now, I say it with my chest. So, keep on. Because when God karma hit, it's going to sting.